Hello, welcome everybody to tonight's US Global System Academy. This is Samson coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Welcome everybody from around the world. As I was looking through the list, I'm just amazed at how our team has grown all over the world. We have so many people from different parts of the world, from Middle East, welcome, from Africa, welcome, from Europe, North and South Asia, North and South America, Central America, Australia, New Zealand. Welcome everybody. I guess the penguins are not on today. Nobody from Antarctica. Just joking. So welcome everybody. It's great to see everybody on the webinar. Now today's training is part 3 of our first 90-day training, a very necessary part. The last 2 Saturdays we've had special webinars for this training to go out to the masses. I'm sure today, I know there's many of you out there. Maybe I see one login with your name and where you are, but I know there's probably 5, 10, 15, 20 or more people behind you. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I know people put us on a projection screen. But welcome everybody around the world, even if your name doesn't appear on the webinar. So it's my pleasure today to share with you some amazing training today, which I feel is very important if we want to be successful in Jeunesse, in this business. And a little bit more than 4 years ago, my friend Kim Wee founded the US Global System. And this system, the method, the know-how of how to do the business has enabled many people become millionaires. Many people have changed their lives. Many family lives have changed because of the opportunity, an opportunity for success. Maybe have a better quality, a more quality career, maybe a more fulfilling occupation. That's what we do. I find many people, they're very happy with doing Jeunesse. And maybe they have more success spending quality time with family. I believe that's very important. And also just like most people, definitely are searching for that personal and financial freedom. So now today, we're going to talk a little bit about leadership, how to lead and expand and keep your people in the business to show them how to get ahead. So we're going to start with a couple of very logical concepts, and these concepts are very important for you to grow your team all over the world effectively. Now, I know that many times in business, we will have a goal, and maybe we'll have a time when we want to achieve the goals. And then once we have that, then we talk about methodology and what we need to do. Well, one of the major things that will help us lead and expand our team are events, what we call, for example, the hardware, I guess you can say, things that are actual, that you can see and touch. So it's very important that we use showcases to the showcases, such as events from all over the world. Even on this webinar, it does many things. Number one, it really helps us to grow our business at an exponential growth rate, which is very important. And because I think, in this business, my background, I've been a traditional business owner for more than 20 years. And one thing being a business owner is that we, most of the time, want to be the expert on everything. And a few years ago, once I was in the retail business before. I had 3 retail stores. And when I got out of that, I realized something. I realized that, my business is only good as me. If I'm no good, my business no good. If I'm limited in knowledge of how to succeed in the business, well, everybody else suffers as a result. So in what we do in our business model with Jeunesse, our system provides many things which can elevate our lack of talent or lack of knowledge. And using a system that contains the know-how, the system provides many things, such as events, to help us grow our business. And literally it's exponential growth. Now, a lot of people in getting into this industry who have no successful experience, many people say, oh yeah, of course you're successful, you got in at the beginning. Now, I know, have some of you encountered that before? Well, yeah, most of the time it is true only if we keep working the business. Because obviously, like any business, the more time and effort you put in, the more results you get. So that's what happens. Okay, so my team, as I grow my team, I started the first day of the company. At the time, nobody on the left, nobody on the right. A few of us started all that way. We were the first people in the company. No testimony and nobody making money yet. And we really rely on our dear friend and #1 distributor in Jeunesse, Kim Hui, to use her almost 20 years experience in this industry to teach us what to do, when to do, and give us a vision that we can look forward to and shoot for ourselves. So when I realized that, well, this business is not about any single person, but it's a team effort. Within a team, we leverage off of each other's talents, each other's idea, each other's geniuses, each other's inventions, where, yeah, we can create something bigger than any single one of us can create. So that's why events where we leverage events where there are more people there are more stories there are more positive energy there. It's where we can learn more of how to do the business there. So events can build our exponential growth in our team. Now there's an old saying, there's a 5 M's, if the 5 literally 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. So more meetings mean more money. So it is very evident. And I know last week I touched upon, we have a dear friend in Singapore Winston, who's able to reach Ruby in 6 months. Congratulations. I know he's on the webinar. And I was just pointing out to some of the other leaders that, yeah, well, look at how many meetings Winston had and look at how hard he worked. So that's how he achieved the success. Now, the key is to continue that amazing growth. Well, we need to leverage events, leverage other people to grab onto them. Because in these showcases, my next point is, well, we get to learn more about the vision and mission that people want to be a part of. I mean, folks, money aside, when you see something a worthy cause, something that's positive, and there's not that many things in society where we can have a hand in creating a positive influence, maybe just by using the products. Our family's doing that, spreading it, sharing it, and maybe we can use that positive energy to help people who want to succeed, to get ahead, and they want to make that extra money. And sometimes we're not even talking about big money, maybe an extra $500 US a month. Folks, that is life-changing for some people. Even in the US, they say that a $500 US could help a family from going bankrupt. So, folks, here at these events, we want to be a part of something good. That's where leaders have the ability at these events, on stage, capable leaders, proven leaders. They're able to express clearly their vision of why they are doing this business. What is their mission? Because some of these people, folks, I mean, we cannot say 4 years ago, but now there are so many people who are very, very successful on this platform, and they have proven themselves through hard work. When you hear them talk, you can feel it, and they can tell you what they did. They can tell you how it felt when they go through hard times. They can tell you how they felt when they become ruby, emerald, or diamond. That in itself inspires us. That's where you get to meet the who's who. That's where you can hear the vision and mission. That's where you can start building your own belief that you can do it. And folks, it's very interesting. This week I want to share something with you because as I was listening to some audiobooks this week and try to learn more, achieve more, just personal growth, learning more about what success means or how other people succeed. And I think that's very important because the more we learn, the more belief we start to build. And I was listening to Mr. Les Brown, and he said one thing very, very important, and he articulated in this manner. And he said that, well, the faith in life, you have to have faith in yourself. Faith in yourself. Faith, for those of you who maybe cannot understand it, it's like getting on an airplane. When you get on the airplane, you have faith that the airplane will land on the other side. Now, obviously, I mean, this is a little bad timing to mention this example, but it's true. Do you have faith that you can do it? Do you have faith it can be done? Do you have faith that you can see it through? Well, Mr. Les Brown described our faith. one of the definitions he described it as all the preparation that we've done in our life, all the education, everything that we've done up to that point is the faith, the amount of faith or belief you have in yourself. Because he said, look, opportunity, some people say opportunity knocks on the door, but he say no, opportunity stands there silently until you recognize it. And at that time, when you have enough faith, in a sense, when you have enough preparation, when you have tirelessly, effortlessly created that faith and believe in yourself, that's when you have the right opportunity, you're the right person, you can create that success. So that was very inspiring. I thought that, you know, I guess most of us maybe new to this kind of business, don't know what to do, don't know what, we don't know. We don't have belief that we can succeed. We don't even recognize what we have done in the past that we can apply to this business for us to be successful. So, but in a sense though, do not have to worry. You know, nobody is successful the first time. I mean, Kim, for the amount of money she's made in Jeunesse, for the number of people that she has helped, for the so many countries the business she has helped, you know, Jeunesse spread to, well, her belief, her faith in herself cannot be matched. And when I first started with her in this business, well, I don't have quite the same level of belief as she has. So for those of you who was just like me 4 years ago, before your own belief, before your own faith kicks in, grab onto somebody who has more. Grab onto them, be with them, learn from them, feel it. Now, there's a saying, you know, there's a very famous actor, Sidney Poitier. He wrote a book, and he told a story about two people walking side by side. You know, sometimes when you walk with somebody, those words don't have to be said. Where naturally, either you know, your pace, the speed that you walk match theirs, or their speed, their pace match yours. So if you don't have that faith, grab onto somebody, work with people who has more, work with people who know more, work with people you want to be like, get with them. So at these showcases, that's where you can meet some of these people and see some of them. Well, and that's also where you will get some inspiration. And many times it's not, you know, many of you on this webinar, maybe you have some partners, and no matter what you say, they don't listen. Well, last couple of days, I've been meeting with some business partner, and I asked them how they're doing. Well, of course, maybe some people been in Jeunesse 1 year, 2 year, maybe 3 year, or even 4 year. They're still struggling to a bit. They're doing okay, maybe a little income, little residual income, but it's not where they want to be. So my question to them was, well, how are you helping them? Oh, you know, they spend all the time training their team themselves. Everything themselves is about them. But unfortunately, if they haven't risen to that level, how much can we teach? How much can they teach, right? So here at these events, that's where you leverage. When you see the energy, the power of a big event, the power is in the numbers, where you hear amazing thing of people who have made it through hard work. Well, that's where maybe all of us can find some inspiration and some belief that we can do it. And nobody, like I said, if you have never had success in this industry, well, it doesn't matter how you did in the other industry. It is a little bit of a challenge. So through here, and you know, for those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about, you will understand why. For me, since the first day of Jeunesse, I go to almost every single opportunity meeting, almost every single training, whenever I can, wherever I can. Okay, so that I believe is very, very important part of your business. And when you set example, when you yourself plug into these events, when you go to all of them and you promote these events to your team, well, you already set the example. Leadership, one style is by example. You do, they do. You don't do, they don't do. You got it? It's that simple. I am telling you the truth. It's pure duplication. All right. So now we talk about the events, the hardware. What is it for? What do you see? Okay. Let's talk about the software. The software is what's between your two ears. Okay. Your mind. That's the software. Now, how are you going to run it? What is your role in leading people and in expanding people and keeping people moving along to achieve their dream? Well, first, your role. As you grow your business, as you look around, you want to identify people who are leaders. Now, it's very interesting. We were in Las Vegas this past weekend, and we had a diamond panel, and one of the questions is, how do you identify leaders? How do you find leaders to work with? Well, leaders are not born. It's very rare. Leaders, unfortunately, come from hard work, okay? And leaders are the one that stands out from the crowd. They want it. Those are the people chasing you. They want to build a business. The leaders are the ones who take on their own responsibility to create their own success. They have a business owner's mentality, not a consumer mentality. They are there to solve problems. There's many. You want to identify these people. And those are the people you definitely want it. Leaders are committed people. Leaders have integrity. Leaders work hard. They are consistent. They don't just give up so easy. They have a vision. Those are leaders. You want to identify those people in your organization. That's why at these events, at the showcases that I was saying earlier, that's where you can see them on a regular basis. Are they plugging into the system? Are they using the system? So you got to identify the leaders in your business. Okay. Now next, you want to create events, and for example. When I first started, I was waiting for Kim to lead the way because I wasn't sure what I was doing, but we only had one opportunity meeting a week at the very beginning. So, well, it's hard to make money with one opportunity meeting a week if that's all you're going to do for your business. Okay, so I decided to, I got to meet some people outside those meetings. I got to do, set up my own events. I like to say one thing in this business. You cannot wait for other people to help you create your success. You gotta take initiative and do that. So you got to discuss as a leader. You want to suggest things. You want to be proactive. To suggest events, to create events, to know where your team is struggling and what they need. Maybe more events can help them in different cities. For example, one of my biggest teams are in Malaysia. Hello everybody there. And in Malaysia's between two islands, and it's big. There's about 25 million people there. It's spread out in many different towns. And at the beginning, I still remember when I first going to Malaysia in 2011 now, right? 11, 12, 2011. So at that time, right away, people want to contact everybody, outside Kuala Lumpur because they have contacts there. Well, if you do that, definitely you need to create your own events at those different cities. Well, sometimes you cannot wait. Then you need to go by yourself first, right? You cannot wait for the whole team to go there to create that opportunity meeting. You got to go and build those cities yourself first. And hopefully, you have followed the system and learned what to do at the very beginning. Okay, like we talk about in the first 90-day training part 1. Okay, now, so also what you need to do in here, what you need to do is you got to show them the blueprint, the map, the vision, and then plug into the system. What I mean is this. We always talk about when you first start in the business, you got to write down why you do the business. Well, what is your map? How are you going to do it? What do you see yourself at in a year or 2 or 3? Maybe, there's something that you want. What are you passionate about? What is your vision? How can you rally people around? Something that people want to be a part of. So what is your vision? What is your blueprint? When you have a destination, you can start drawing a map. Well, let's see. How you going to get to where you want to be? For example, like I was talking about a map. When you look on a map, okay? And first, what do you do when you first look on a map? You got to find where you are, right? You got to identify where you are, okay? And then, second thing, you got to find where you want to be, okay? What city or what town, what country you want to be. As you look on the map of where you are to where you want to be, you're going to see what's along the way. If you don't know what's along the way, you don't know what roads to take, what do? You ask your sponsor or leader to help you guide you, create that blueprint, leverage off somebody. If you don't know, I mean, we have to just let ourselves go and say, can you tell me how I need to get there? This is my vision. This is my goal. This is where I want to go, but give me a blueprint. So, for example, many times, it's very obvious in Jeunesse that you climb the ladder to success to create that income. But also, along the way, maybe it's more than income you're looking for. You're looking to travel the world. And so another question you might ask, besides making money, how to get up the rank, what are the qualification is, well, how many events I need to do, my contacts, you have a list of your contacts, and you write down their name, their phone number, occupation, and location. So you can strategically target where your contacts are. And in this business, folks, to write your blueprint, you got to remember, it's not like you want to open market, that's where you're going to be. No. In this business, your business plan, your blueprint will be your contact list. It's going to be where the people lead you to. And I'm somebody who lived in the United States 36 years. 95% of my contacts just here in Los Angeles. And my business, I've gone over to 60 countries worldwide. How does that happen? It's not me. It's where the people led me to. So that's our blueprint. Now next, make sure you got plugged into the system yourself. Your job is to take part in all the meetings, as many as possible. And same thing, to tell your team to do the same. For example, all of us have went to school before. So if you can remember in your math class, I don't know, whatever grade you want to be, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, whatever, high school, college. Every day is class. What happens when you miss 1 class, 2 class, 3 class? What happened to you? You fall behind. You slow down. You learn less. You're less capable. You got that? So plugging into the system means being a part of all the activity, as many as possible, is very important. If you want to create success fast, you got to commit the time to plug into the system. Even, like many people say, oh, I don't have anybody to bring to the opportunity meeting tonight. Or you know what, your webinar time, it's not convenient for me. It's too late for me. Well, if it's too late for you, then it really says how badly you want the success to be. That's the big question. We have, we don't answer to anybody but ourselves. So you got, for me, I want it bad. I'm committed. I will go to every single training, every single opportunity meeting as much as I can. Okay. So the next one, what you have to do also is to be an example to the system. Okay. In any business, okay, a system exists, and one part of the system are people, just like you and me. We need to be there to practice, to use the system, to learn the know-how, and then apply it. As we apply it, we want to apply it the right way, and hopefully we have a good coach or sponsor or leader who can tell us if we're doing it right or wrong. Okay? The best athletes in the world, trust me, they all have coaches. We just had the Winter Olympics. All of them have coaches. They are the champion, but behind them, whole family, and definitely 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more coaches to fine-tune their skill, to help them apply what they've learned. So it's very important that all of you do that. Find somebody that can help you, that can coach you. If you're not your sponsor, your leader, maybe some of the directors, they can coach you. You want it bad enough, you have to speak out. Now next, what you want to be is a dream maker. You want to inspire other people. You want to get people excited about their dream, realize their dream. You want to be a dream maker, not a dream killer. Okay, that sounds very dark, but some people are. There are many people out there because, maybe just through their background or education, or maybe what happened to them in life, they need to put other people down to make themselves feel good. They need to put other people's dreams down to feel that they're good because they don't have a dream. Folks, no need to do that. Now, the system, a good system, and you look at where your team is today, have you provided a positive environment, a dream maker environment? Are you a dream maker? Are your team, the leaders in your team, dream makers? Okay, you want to encourage people to do that because dreaming is free. And somebody gave a wonderful example. Many years ago, somebody did a sermon and they said, look, if you look at people, humans for thousands of years have ridden on the backs of animals, and that's how we get around, on horses, right, or on cows, whatever. Well, I mean, look, and this pastor during his sermon said, look, if people are meant to fly, we will all grow what? Wings, right? Well, it just so happened that he was the pastor of and the father of the Wright brothers, who were the first one to create the airplane that can fly those minimal 6 minutes of flight. I mean, folks, everything that we have, everything that we use, you look on your computer, you look at everything around you, it was somebody's dream. So dreaming, it's a good thing. If there's no dream, we both are robots, okay? I don't know what kind of life we would have. So you want to be a dream maker, because you never know. Maybe somebody else's dream can inspire you. You don't know that. So next, what you want to do is you want to activate those dreams. So once you have those dreams, you can identify them. Folks, let's do it together with your team to do something about them. So start moving forward with the business. You need to lead the way. Okay, you need to take action. If you don't do, trust me, your team won't do. Okay, I mean, recently, a couple months ago, 3 months ago, we launched the Gold Box, the Chinese version, DVD 1, 2, and 3, to help people recruit. So the English version, actually, it's almost done. So here, there are people who bought the boxes and did not use them. Well, I was sitting with some of them, the last few days, and I found out that they were not using it, so their team was not using it. They have a team of a couple thousand people, and all they bought was 20 boxes. So 20 boxes for a couple thousand people, it doesn't really make sense. There's no duplication. People don't use it. That's why their team was not moving. As opposed to somebody else's team, which I saw in Vegas in a training, where their whole team is using the boxes. And those boxes, now everybody who uses them, well, they're signing up for the biggest package. They're making the biggest money. They're moving forward. They have a plan. Okay? So, look, you got to activate the dreams by doing it. If you cannot do it, how can you teach it? If you don't do it, trust me, they don't do it. Okay? So it's very important that, whatever you do, you have to do it first. Let your people, see the hope. Because if you are not the example, if you never use the tool, you don't plug into a system, and you're struggling with your business, what hope do they see? What kind of belief do they need to latch on? So you got to do it. And folks, look, most of us might have that fear, and that fear, it comes from many things in our background. We're not proactive. We're humans are fear of the unknown. But folks, to overcome the fear, let me tell you something. Okay, all of us can overcome the fear if our why is strong enough. We have a strong enough vision. If we decide to do it together. Okay, so the unknown is not unknown anymore. Okay, and many of us, as we build a business, well, we are with you. You take one step, we take 2 steps with you. Okay, so now there are 2 very important processes that people go through in this business. Okay, so first, the psychological screening process. So what does that mean? Well, I have 5 things listed here: noticed, interested, desire, decide, and to take action. So maybe at the beginning, we make a judgment on everything, I guess you can say. And, we go through these processes for us to maybe, as we take one step and the next step and the next step into the business. So maybe at the beginning, you see an opportunity meeting. Oh, it sounds good, but some unknown, you're not sure here and there, but, maybe you sign up anyway because you trust your friend. Your friend is, starting to work the business. They make a little money, or they're very positive about it, and something you can consider to do together. So you notice the opportunity. And then as you get into the business, you use the product. Hey, the products really work. They're really outstanding. And you're starting to believe a little bit more. And also, your friend's doing very well. You see different people with different backgrounds, different business owners, and they are very successful already. But they see this is a viable business, and they start doing many things. And so you start to get interested in the business. Then you start realizing, you know what? Maybe I can do this. Maybe it's something I have a desire to do. Because, yeah, I think I see it. I see it in the system. I see this meeting. Ordinary people making extraordinary income. You start to have the desire to do it. And then once you have the desire, you decide to do it. You make a decision, a commitment to work this business long term. And folks, the key is long term. And long term, folks, I'm not even talking about that long. Maybe the next 18 to 24 months. You got to give it your all. If your desire is strong, you have to decide what to do. And as a result, that decision, once you think about it and you have the desire, you got that burning passion, you want to do something different about where you are, or you want to do something different from other people, for other people, you want to take that action. And that's how we work. And that's a natural process that will go step by step by step by step into the business. So as you talk to your team, how will you lead your team? Well, think about where they are. Are they just noticing? They just started because their friend signed them up, without telling them anything, and just come to me, or they're just noticing, or are they really interested? And do they have a desire? Ask these questions of your team. Okay, so because in this business, most people come in think, it's a quick get quick rich scheme, and you know what? You can get rich very quick. Okay, I mean, if you can work 4 years instead of 40 years and change your life, yeah, you can absolutely do that. Now, but the fact is though, most people only see the success and never realize the reasons behind the success. So as you take it step by step by step by step, this is the screening process that we all go through in here. Okay, so ask that of your team. Care about them. Ask them, well, how's it going? Okay, where are you in your business? Well, next, as you work the business, as you take action in the business, you start to go through a transformational process. You start changing yourself. That was very interesting when you compare culture, when you have traveled to 25 countries around the world. Well, you notice something. The Western culture and sometimes the Eastern, or maybe cultures from different countries, we look at things differently. See, some cultures, they look at only the outside. They have money, they look at the outside. They want to show off. They want to show people they have money. But inside, maybe they've never worked hard before for that money. And so the inside, maybe it's empty. And that, my friend, it was why I say maybe the worst case scenario. You have all the money in the world, but you are poor inside. Well, there are many people, as you know, they go through the journey, or maybe starting to, they have that burning desire, that passion, the love, the big love for everybody to be positive, and for themselves, as they take the action, well, it starts growing. They start creating a perception of what this is, and they get to be successful. Not only the money, but the inside, true happiness. And I know many of you out there are on the way or already achieved that. So in this business, it's very important when we transform, be open to it. This business transform your perception of what it is, or your perception, by your own perception where it is today is where your business will grow. Okay, so however you perceive it, well, we all wear different color shades. Okay, how we look at something is the truth for us, but people look at things differently. So how you perceive it, if you think it's a small business, you're right. If you think it's a multi-million-dollar business, you're right. And by your own perception, as you work the business, as you use the system, you're inside, grabbing onto other people with bigger belief, grabbing onto other people who are ahead of you in many steps towards success, or they're already successful. Maybe your perception start changing and growing. And once your perception start changing and growing, trust me, your business will start changing and growing. Okay, so I learned many things. I decided, I'll tell you my conclusion later, but your perception is so important. If you think it's, if your goal is small, I'll be just quote unquote happy with that. Well, it will be very unfortunate you get that. If you have big dream, wouldn't it be more fortunate that you get the big dream? Okay, so next, the opportunity itself is start changing. We realize what the fact is, what the facts are. Folks, For some of you, you might be very new on the business. But let me put it this way. Okay? Well, the fact is, this little company based in Orlando, Florida, started in September 9, 2009. In just 4 years' time, last year, did $256 million in sales. That's $250 million. Can you imagine debt-free? You know, there are people who would kill for a company like this. And that's a fact. It's also a fact that because of the business model, because of the leaders who have spread this all over the world, that helped this company export American products and technology to over almost 100 countries around the world. If you think about that way, wow, that is the fact of the opportunity. How you look at it, how you perceive it, it's up to you. Now, as you work the system, you got to plug into the system, and that's where you start transforming your mindset, transforming yourself from the inside out. Okay? I know the product is outside in, inside out, but the system itself transforms you from the inside out, outside in. Once you start to create that success, once you get good at what you're doing, once you know what the key is and to build a big team, everybody got to use the system, use the event. And instead of learning how to make money, learn how to use the tools and the system to build your business, how to use that to influence your team. You plug into a system, your whole business starts transforming, you start transforming from inside out. So once you start realizing all those things, the keys to making your business successful, you start making more money, and the outside part is that you'll be able to afford more nice clothes. So you start transforming. Now,